Hi guys, it's Sarah from isweariamstitching. Today is August 8th and this is Flosstube number 64. I'm coming at you late, so I'm in the dark corner of my room. There's lots of shadow. I'm a hot mess. I don't care. I wanted to get this done and I couldn't do it earlier because I was busy. So I'm doing it now. So please forgive me for the bad lighting. And to lessen the glare on my glasses, I have the brightness of my phone turned almost all the way down. So sorry. I hope what you see is better than what I can see, because I just see darkness and shadow. But I have some, what I think are fun things to show you, so we'll just jump right on in. Did I say this is a floss tube? It is. It's in the name, it's in the title. So I talk mainly about cross stitch. That's my main hobby. It's been my main hobby since I was like 8, so like over 35 years. I also knit and quilt. There's not enough on the socks I'm currently knitting to show you progress from last time, but there's some quilting. All right, so jumping right in. So I have one FO. It is Ladybug by Quirky Quakers. It's Quirky Quaker Ladybug from Darling and Whimsy Designs. It is on 36 count linen in Tombstone by Bestitch Me. I use color and cotton ribbon red for the main ladybug, and then I want darker for the outside. So I use Threadworks in 010420, plain old black DMC for the black, and it's supposed to be like little white eyeballs. I didn't want those, so I left it red and black. God, that fabric is, even in the shadow, it looks pretty. So that's my FO. And I think, like I said last week when I started working on it, it's my last Quirky Quaker that I have for now. There's a list of ones I need to buy, and there's still plenty I have to stitch. And all those ones from earlier in the year that I have to make into the little made pillows. And then I have one FFO. So this is my springtime cactus. I had this pattern saved from a bazillion years ago on my computer, so all I have as like who it's from is just the internet, because it's no longer available on the internet. You can find a picture of it on the internet, but you can't find the pattern. And I use 36 count Edinburgh linen in Dapple with Pictureless Plus and just normal DMC 1/1. The Ladybug is also 1/1, but this is a fully finished because I finished it on this cute little wooden spool I found in an antique shop. So where I work, there's an antique shop right next door, and it's always closed. But one day I was doing deposit, and when I walked by, their door was open, and they had a bunch of little wooden spools. So I went in, saw one I thought would be a good size, 50 cents, picked it up. It's Clark's. And then I finished my little springtime cactus on it, which I think is adorable. And now, you can hear my dog jingling. But I'm going to, I think next time it's open when I'm doing deposit, I'll walk in and pick up a few more because they're only 50 cents a pop. And I'm sure I can find super cute little things to put on them. And then I can just have like a little jar of little spools with cute stitching on them. And yeah, this is my first time ever finishing on a spool. I had no idea what I was doing, so I just glued it on and then put this green ribbon on the back to cover the join. I don't care. I mean, when I put it in a bowl, I don't know if it's sitting up like this or if it's going to be laying down its side. Either way, I'll just make sure that this part is facing the not visible side. Daisy, what are you doing? You were just being a... Okay, sorry. So there's my cute cactus. God, I hope this is turning out better than it looks on my screen. It's so dark. Okay, so then whips. What have I worked on today? Not today. So I worked on... I've decided I need to buckle down and finish the things I want finished. I like these patterns. I don't like working on them. So I dedicated like an entire day to each. The first one is Move Forward in Love by Modern Folk Embroidery. It's on 32 count linen, 32 count Lugana in Harvest Moon by Color and Cotton 2/2, just using the DMC. I think I changed one color that was called for. So I finished basically this corner. And then I tried to start this corner the other night while I was watching Critical Role, and I couldn't do it. It's not that I don't hate working on it. I don't know what it is about it that I don't enjoy. Because I love the Lugana. I love 32 count. I love the colors. I love the pattern. But I don't like working on it. And I have no idea why. Like, I'm going to love it when it's done. I love how it looks. Again, I love the colors. I just don't know what it is about it that I don't enjoy. I don't think my stitches look bad. There's just something about it. I don't know. It's beautiful. And when it's done, I'm going to love it. But yeah, I forced myself to work on that. And I was going to force myself to work on it at work because the other pattern project I'm trying to get through, I ran out of thread for. But Bonus Child picked up some thread for me, so now I'll take the other one to work, which is what I'll show you next. It is another one that I hate working on. hate working on this. But it's so cute. I'm going to love it when it's done. It's my Zelda Wreath by Sarah Bauman of Needle Minder Layer. It's an 18 count Ada and khaki, 2/1, just DMC. So I buckled down over a few days. And I finished all the little bits inside and all the black outlining. So all I have left to do is to fill in the green. And that's what I ran out of. But my favorite's the chicken. Look at the cute little chicken. And look at little Link in a Santa suit. It's adorable. Look at Princess Zelda and her little like Santa Miss Claus suit. It's a cute pattern. It's for my husband. He's gonna love it. I really do when it's like, when I look at it from far away. I love it. I hate the fabric. I wish I'd picked a different fabric out. I wish I had gone like Steph and done it on perforated on like plastic. And then I could have cut it out and made it into like a real wreath. Instead, I picked 18 count khaki Ada, which is ugly as sin. And so, fucking hate working on this Ada so much. I split my threads so freaking much. My stitches look like, they look like shit. Oh, that's why I'm glad that when it's done, I'll hang it up for Christmas. I'll probably paint a hoop and hang it up for Christmas, and then it'll be on a wall. You won't be able to see up close my horrible stitches. Like I said, my husband's gonna enjoy it. I'll enjoy it from a distance once a year. But just like looking at it while I'm working on it, I fucking hate it. It looks awful. And this Ada is just the worst Ada. I think I got it off of Amazon. So, you know, you get what you pay for. And I got a big roll of it, so I can use it for other stuff. But maybe if I try 1/1 on this fabric with something else, I might not hate it as much. But man, and then I was using Sullivan's Black because I had gotten some in a Black Needle Society box, and I freaking hated working with that. And God, I'm so done getting that black in because I hated that. It's thicker than DMC and Anchor, at least in my experience. So I had to use a threader to get my thread in the needle. I didn't have to for any other DMC, just that Sullivan's because it was thicker. I mean, if I'd done 1/1, maybe it would have been better to have the thicker black. I'm like, yeah, good coverage. But it was such a pain in the butt to work with, and it just frayed and broke so easily. So I'm glad I'm done with the black. So glad. I'm hoping that the black, since I got all the black done now, all the outlining done, that I can just chug through that green. And like I said, my bonus child bought me a new skein, so I will be taking this to work this week. Hopefully finishing that off. I'm gonna love it when it's done and hanging up on my wall where I can't nitpick all the shitty stitches. And like I said, my husband's gonna like it. And then what I've been working on that I'm absolutely in love with and I want to work on more, but I'm trying to make it my project I work on in between doing some of at home anyways. I'm basically focusing on these 3 projects right now. So I'm doing Zelda at work, and then my Pride piece, and like as a cleanser for Pride. The Pride piece, not just Pride in general, you know what I mean. I've been working on my Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, my shipwreck block. Oh, I love it so much. It's my favorite. And you know, I name things, like there's Grudge the cat over there. So that's Bill and Ted, and that mermaid is Una. And you can definitely tell what I've been watching by what I name things, like Grudge. That's because I was watching Star Trek Discovery. Una, because I was watching Star Trek Strange New Worlds. So there's my Una and my Bill and Ted. Oh, look at that ship. I love it so much. It is just, what are the deets on it? The deets. Where's my detail thing? Did I not get it out? I did not. It is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings, 18 Count Ada by To Die For Fabrics and Ashen and Tan. This is a fabulous Ada. This, I wish I had gotten a To Die For Fabrics Ada for my Zelda, because this is fabulous Ada. Anyways, this is 1/1 using the called for DMC. Oh, look at my little fishy. I'll probably work on this one some more since it's still in the Q-Snap and my Pride one is out of the Q-Snap right now. While this uploads a little bit and I watch some more Stargate for the billionth time. I've been needing some mental happiness. So, popped on some Stargate and you can't go wrong with Richard Dean Anderson. I was not a fan in my youth when he was MacGyver. But hot damn, do I love him in Stargate. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, there we go. This is my current obsession, love, want to work on nonstop. I was doing like mini completions. Like I was doing all the stuff inside the dark water and then doing the dark water, all the stuff in the medium water, doing the medium water, and then the light, and blah, blah. But I ran out. Right after my bonus child got me my green for my wreath, I ran out of the blue here. So I could not finish that chunk. So I moved up to the stuff inside the light water. Okay. That's it. Those are my quilting projects. Those are my cross stitch projects. And I have one quilting project. My work wife is making a quilt for her mom, made out of a bunch of embroidery squares. These are 2 examples of ones she recently replaced that I had not put in the quilt yet. And so I get to keep them and make whatever I want out of them. But see, like, those are like examples of the things she's done. And then I'll show you a box example of a few other things. They're just some of her mom's favorite things. I don't want to show you the personal ones. Some of them have like writing on them from like family members and things she's embroidered. Yeah, I don't want to show you. Oh, this is a cute little one. Like a little girl that's really close to her family, drew some stuff. Anyways, so she embroidered a bunch of squares, and then she picked out her mom's favorite colors are like red, green, and like brown. So she's doing red and green solid blocks, and then we'll do a brown on the back, I think, and maybe brown for the binding. I'm not sure. But I've finally added some more to it. It's going to be a very big quilt. This is like the top section. I don't want to like make anyone sit. Look. Oh my gosh. It's going to be a very big quilt. See, it's like longer than my arm span. And this is, how many rows? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7 rows. And I have 10 more rows to sew together. Yeah, I really don't like sewing blocks on blocks on blocks like this because I get really mad when my corners don't match. I get mad, but also like, oh, it's like the corner I show you is a good corner. Go figure. But I get frustrated when they don't match. Anyways, so See how she embroidered all that stuff? And some are faces of like family members. Oh, look at that one. And then some of them are just solid French knots. Like, Jesus Christ, look at this. That's solid French knots. Solid French knots. Just look how stiff it is. It's so when it gets quilted, when we send it away to have it quilted, she wants to have it quilted in the ditch. Because she doesn't want anything over the embroidery, which I totally understand. They're just some things. My favorite is her dog. She also has a beagle. There he is. Look at him. God, my friend's talented. That's my work wife. She's so talented. But yeah, so I worked on that. And like I said, I have 10 more rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 15 columns and I have 10 rows left to do. And I could have this done so much quicker, but I really, really, really don't enjoy sewing blocks like that. That pumpkin. Oh, she's just like this one right here is a recipe for homemade noodles. That girl's friggin' insanely talented. But yeah, so that's the quilt I'm currently working on. Sorry, I'm trying not to jolt it too much. That's all I have for you guys. Like, I feel like I did so much, but then I zoomed through it. I did do a lot. I mean, on my Zelda Wreath, I finished all the little bitsies and I got all that with black in. Finished a whole corner of my pride piece. So I'm really chugging away. I don't know what to do with these. The last ones she got, because she did this before. She made 2 more to replace 2 I hadn't put in yet. And I turned them into little pillows for my dough bowl. It's the Yeti and a Christmas tree. So a lot of Christmassy winter ones, I just realized. Part of me thought about maybe getting like I have a fabric that's kind of like silvery blue snowflakes. I thought I'd make like a little mini, like a tiny, like a placemat size, like mini quilt for Christmas I can hang on my wall. Or turning them into 2 more pillows. I don't know. Or turn them into ornaments. And then give them back to her. Look at the lantern. Isn't that cute? But look at this. We can't appreciate the shimmery prettiness of this snowflake. Anyways. That's all that. Haul was literally just my little mini spool. I think that's it. So life, I guess, this is late because my son came home from his grandparents to vote. So he picked me up and we voted. Ohio had a special vote on issue 1, which vote no. Oh, it's already too late. I believe it passed. I believe it didn't pass. I believe Ohio had its shit together enough to vote no. I'm not sure. I think that's what my bonus child texted me but I didn't check. So we did that. And then he hung out for a little while, went back to his grandparents. He forgot his wallet, so he had to come back. They live about half hour away. He had to come back, so I took him out to dinner. And then bonus child came over and we played some board games. She's spending a bunch of time over here as much as possible because her and my daughter both go off to college in 2 weeks. And we take my daughter on the 23rd, and then we'll be gone for a few days. And bonus child goes on the 26th. She goes to college in the northeast part of Ohio. My daughter will be going to college in the southwest part of Ohio. So we live here. If this is Ohio, we live right here. Bonus child goes to college here. Daughter goes to college here. So it's like a triangle. So they're spending a lot of time together and yeah, getting as much loving in as we can. Other than that, that's it. I guess there is some news on the work front. I should be quitting in 2 weeks. We'll see. After 7 years working there, they've really screwed me over and sick of it. But it sounds like they may be trying to fix things. I don't know. We'll see. kind of don't care if they do fix things, because wow, that's how you treat me, that's how you value me, and the only reason you decide to fix it is because you're afraid you'll have to find someone to replace me quickly, not because you value me. Whatever, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I might not have a job in 2 weeks. We'll see. Part of me's like, yeah. Part of me's like, ugh. You know, I'm sure you understand that. But that's all I have to show you. I have nothing new I'm going to be starting. I'm going to be chugging away on that quilt. Those few projects I showed you. If I sad by, overwhelmed by, stressed by any patterns, it'll probably be a quirky Quaker. I really would like to do one of the new water ones. The crab, or the, oh my gosh. The crab, or the jellyfish. I kept wanting to call it an octopus. The jellyfish. Anyways. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. I feel like there's something else I was going to say. This happens every time. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new, I hope you put up with me and you didn't hate every second. If you came back, I'm glad you put up with me, and I'm pretty sure you haven't hated every second. And I hope you come back, and I will see you guys later. And Midwestern goodbye. Bye.